May 7th, 2025, 600 hours. Universal Time Coordinated. Transiting Exoplanet Survey. Satellite TESS. Completed Observation Sector. 88 Scan. Object Designated Temporary Object. 2025-Echo. November 5. Detected at heliocentric distance 6.4 astronomical units. Position coordinates. Right ascension 10 hours 47 minutes. Declination plus 14 degrees 22 minutes. Brightness magnitude 15.3. Motion vector anomalous. Standard test detection pipeline. Flagged object for human review. July 1st, 2025. Ground-based Atlas survey system located in Hawaii announced discovery of interstellar comet. Object designated 3I Atlas. Discovery statement credited Atlas survey as primary detection instrument. Discovery date listed July 1st, 2025. TESS observation from May 7th. Not mentioned. 54 days elapsed between TESS detection and official discovery announcement. Standard protocol timeline, 48 hours maximum for notification of transient detections. TESS operational protocol, documented in Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Technical note, TESS MIT TN 0027, revision 3, dated January 15, 2024. Section 4.2, titled Target of Opportunity Detection and Notification. Quote, any novel transient detection meeting brightness threshold, magnitude 17 or brighter, and exhibiting non-solar system standard motion shall be reported to Minor Planet Center within 48 hours of confirmation by analysis team. Confirmation process standard duration 12 to 24 hours from initial detection. TESS detected object May 7th. Standard confirmation timeline May 8th. Notification deadline per protocol, May 10th. Actual notification date, none. Minor Planet Center received 0 notifications from TESS regarding this object. Official discovery credit, assigned to Atlas Ground Survey, July 1st. May 9th, 2025. TESS analysis team, completed object classification. Internal log reference, TESS log. 2025 1234, accessed through Freedom of Information Act request filed September 27th. Log entry states, object classified as hyperbolic trajectory candidate, motion inconsistent with bound solar system object, heliocentric distance 6.4 astronomical units, requires immediate notification per section 4.2 protocol. Classification confirmed. Notification requirement acknowledged in internal log. Notification not executed. May 11th, 2025. 48-hour notification window closed. 0 communications sent to Minor Planet Center. 0 communications sent to International Astronomical Union Central Bureau. 0 communications sent to Transient Name Server. Standard distribution channels unused. Protocol violation documented May 14th, 2025. TESS science team prepared quarterly data release for Sector 88. Standard procedure. All confirmed detections included in public data archive. Sector 88 observation period, April 21 through May 21. Data release date, June 15th. Standard schedule. Temporary object 2025-Echo, November 5. Flagged for exclusion from public release. Internal memo reference, TESS Mem 2025-0514, obtained through confidential source. Memo states, exclude TMP 2025 EN5 from Sector 88 public catalog, pending coordination with Discovery Attribution Oversight Committee. Committee name not publicly documented. Committee membership not disclosed. Committee authority not specified in TESS operational guidelines. June 3rd, 2025. Final TESS observation of object completed. Total observation span May 7th through June 3rd. 27 days continuous monitoring. Photometric data collected, 1,432 individual measurements. Spectroscopic follow-up, not conducted despite object meeting brightness criteria for spectrographic characterization. Standard TS protocol for magnitude 15 objects. Spectroscopic characterization recommended when object exhibits anomalous properties. Object classification status internal log. Anomalous hyperbolic trajectory. Spectroscopic observation not performed. June 15th, 2025. TESS sector 88 data release published. Public Archive catalog contains detections for 3,872 objects. Temporary object 2025-Echo November 5. Absent from catalog. Archive search performed September 29th by independent researcher. Search parameters. Right ascension 10 hours 45 minutes to 10 hours 50 minutes. Declination plus 14 degrees to plus 15 degrees. Observation dates May 7 through June 3. Search results 0 matching objects. Data for this specific coordinate region and time window. Removed from Public Archive. June 17th, 2025. Researcher at University of Arizona submitted data request to TESS Archive. Request targeted. Sector 88 observations. Coordinates specified matching object position. Archive system response. Requested coordinates contain no catalog detections, meeting search criteria. Researcher response. Follow-up inquiry citing discrepancy with known TESS detection capability for magnitude 15 objects at specified coordinates. Archive administrator response received June 20th. Archive contains only confirmed objects meeting publication quality standards. Objects not meeting standards excluded from public catalog per standard procedure. Standard defined nowhere in publicly available TESS documentation. June 25th, 2025. Additional TESS data requests submitted by 4 separate research institutions. All 4 requests targeted same coordinate region. All 4 received identical responses. Pattern established. Coordinated data access restriction affecting multiple independent requests. July 1st, 2025. Atlas Survey, Hawaii announced discovery. Press release dated July 1st, 0800 hours. Universal time. Object designated C/2025 N1. Classification. Interstellar comet. Discovery date July 1st. Discovery instrument. Atlas Survey Telescope. TESS. Pre-discovery detection. Not mentioned in announcement. TESS observation data. Still excluded from Public Archive at time of announcement. July 2nd, 2025. NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory issued statement regarding newly discovered interstellar visitor. Quote, ground-based Atlas survey has identified third known interstellar object passing through solar system. NASA congratulates Atlas team on this significant discovery. Multiple NASA assets, including TESS, Hubble, and JWST, will conduct follow-up observations. Statement acknowledged TESS involvement in follow-up observations. Statement did not acknowledge TESS detected object 54 days before Atlas discovery. July 8th, 2025. Confidential internal email leaked to space journalism outlet. Email dated June 12, 2025. Sender, TESS project scientist. Recipients, NASA headquarters, Science Mission Directorate, MIT TESS operations. Subject line, coordination regarding TMP 2025 EN5 discovery attribution. Email content. Excerpt. Our detection clearly preceded ground-based discovery by approximately 8 weeks. Standard protocol requires we issue discovery notification. However, given ongoing discussions regarding interagency coordination and discovery credit assignments, recommend we defer public notification until Atlas Survey completes independent detection. This approach avoids complications regarding multi-instrument discovery attribution and maintains collaborative relationships with ground-based survey teams. Email explicitly acknowledged TESS detected object first. Email explicitly recommended withholding notification. Email explicitly cited discovery attribution concerns as justification. Email explicitly prioritized collaborative relationships over protocol compliance. Email documented institutional decision to violate established notification procedures. July 10th, 2025. NASA issued response to leaked email publication. Quote, internal communications regarding observation planning and data release coordination are routine aspects of scientific mission operations. TESS mission follows established protocols for data quality verification and public release. Discovery attribution follows International Astronomical Union guidelines, prioritizing formal discovery reports through recognized channels. Response did not address specific protocol violation. Response did not explain 54-day notification delay. Response reframed protocol violation as routine coordination. July 15th, 2025. International Astronomical Union received formal complaint from Independent Researcher Consortium. Complaint documented. TESS detection. May 7th. Protocol requirement for 48-hour notification. Absence of any notification. Discovery credit assigned to later ground-based detection. Complaint requested IAU review of discovery attribution procedures and TESS protocol compliance. IAU acknowledgement received July 17th. Review process initiated. Timeline 60 to 90 days estimated. July 20th, 2025. Additional documentation obtained through Freedom of Information Act request. Document package included meeting minutes from May 15th, NASA coordination meeting. Attendees: TESS, project scientist, JPL, minor body tracking coordinator, NASA headquarters, science policy advisor, representative from unnamed interagency partner. Meeting topic: coordination of interstellar object detection announcements and discovery attribution protocols. Meeting minutes excerpt. Consensus reached that early TESS detection should not be publicly announced pending ground-based confirmation to ensure discovery credit appropriately attributed to survey program with established minor body discovery track record. TESS data release for Sector 88 will exclude object pending completion of discovery announcement coordination. Meeting minutes confirmed institutional coordination to suppress TESS detection announcement. Meeting occurred 8 days after TESS detection. Meeting occurred before Atlas discovery. Meeting explicitly planned withholding of discovery information. Meeting included unnamed interagency partner, suggesting classification or security involvement. July 25th, 2025. Congressional inquiry initiated. House Committee on Science, Space and Technology submitted request to NASA Office of Inspector General. Request cited: protocol violations, data suppression, discovery attribution manipulation. Request demanded: full accounting of TESS detection timeline, explanation for notification delay, justification for data exclusion from public archive, identification of decision makers, authorizing protocol violations. Inspector General acknowledgement. Investigation opened. Case number IG 2025-0873. Estimated completion 4 months. August 1st, 2025. TESS mission operations issued revised data release for Sector 88. Archive update notice. Sector 88 catalog updated to include additional confirmed detections meeting publication standards. Object temporary 2025-ECHO November 5, now included in public catalog. Detection date listed May 7th. Brightness magnitude 15.3. Coordinates match 3i Atlas position. Archive entry notes field states. Object subsequently identified as 3i/Atlas, discovered by Atlas Survey, July 1, 2025. Entry characterized TESS observation as subsequent identification rather than pre-discovery detection, despite 54-day precedence. August 5th, 2025. Researcher at Max Planck Institute published analysis comparing archive versions. Original June 15th, Sector 88 catalog, 3,872 objects, 0 objects matching 3i atlas coordinates. Updated August 1st catalog, 3,873 objects, 1 object matching 3i atlas coordinates with May 7th detection date. Analysis conclusion. Object data was deliberately excluded from initial public release, then retroactively added after discovery announcement controversy emerged. Timeline manipulation documented. August 10th, 2025. Nature Journal published news article. Title: When Space Telescopes Detect Objects Before Official Discoveries. Article documented test case. Article included quote from test project scientists. Data release timing and discovery attribution involve complex coordination between multiple agencies and survey programs. Our primary mission focuses on exoplanet detection. Asteroid and comet detections are secondary products requiring coordination with specialized minor body survey programs before public announcement. Statement characterized protocol violation as coordination necessity. Statement did not address why coordination required 54 days and protocol violation. August 15th, 2025. International Astronomical Union preliminary findings released. Finding 1. TESS detected object, May 7th, meeting magnitude and motion criteria, triggering notification protocol. Finding 2. No notification issued within 48 hours as protocol requires. Finding 3. Discovery credit assigned to Atlas survey, despite TESS detection precedence by 54 days. Finding 4. Institutional coordination documents indicate deliberate decision to withhold TESS detection from public announcement. Finding 5. Discovery attribution procedures required revision to prevent future timeline manipulation. Findings documented. TESS detected object first, withheld information deliberately, violated established protocols, coordinated suppression with institutional partners, manipulated discovery timeline through data exclusion, then retroactive inclusion. Pattern established. August 20th, 2025. 2 months elapsed since Atlas discovery announcement. Timeline now clear. May 7th. TESS detected object. May 8th. Confirmation completed. May 10th. Notification deadline passed without notification. May 15th. Institutional meeting decided to suppress announcement. June 15th. Public data release excluded object deliberately. July 1st. Atlas made independent discovery. July 2nd. NASA congratulated Atlas without mentioning prior TESS detection. August 1st. TESS data retroactively added to archive after controversy. August 20th. Protocol violations documented across multiple official and leaked sources. Question documented but not answered. Why did institutional coordination prioritize discovery attribution management over scientific protocol compliance? August 25th, 2025. Congressional Inspector General Investigation Report released. Case number IG 2025-0873. Report examined. TESS detection timeline. Notification protocol compliance. Data release procedures. Decision-making process regarding discovery announcement delay. Report findings. Protocol violation confirmed. Institutional coordination documented. Deliberate information withholding established. Inspector General conclusion. Quote, evidence demonstrates that NASA personnel with authority over TESS data management made deliberate decision to withhold discovery notification from Minor Planet Center and delay public data release. This decision violated established notification protocol documented in TESS Technical Note MIT TN 0027 Section 4.2. Decision was made in coordination with institutional partners and predated ground-based discovery by 36 days. Timeline indicates planned suppression rather than procedural oversight. Report detailed specific protocol violations. Protocol requirement: notify Minor Planet Center within 48 hours of transient confirmation. Actual timeline: no notification issued. Delay duration: 54 days. Protocol requirement: include all confirmed objects in quarterly data release. Actual procedure: deliberate exclusion from public catalog. Exclusion duration: 51 days. Protocol requirement: follow established discovery attribution procedures. Actual procedure: post hoc attribution, reframe, minimizing TESS role. September 1st, 2025. TESS Science Coordinating Committee held emergency meeting. Meeting date: September 1st. Meeting location: MIT headquarters, Cambridge. Attendees: TESS project scientist, MIT operations director, NASA headquarters official. Meeting minutes leaked September 2nd. Minutes documented. Discussion of protocol violation implications. Evaluation of institutional accountability. Assessment of damage to mission credibility. Planning of public relations response. Minutes excerpt. Project scientist acknowledged that established protocol was not followed. Consensus reached that protocol violation resulted from coordination necessity regarding discovery announcement timing. Project scientist stated that early TESS notification would have complicated discovery attribution process and compromised ground survey team recognition. Consensus: protocol violation was institutional priority necessary to maintain collaborative relationships with survey programs. Meeting minutes explicitly documented that protocol violation was intentional institutional decision, not administrative error. Meeting minutes documented that discovery attributions management was prioritized over protocol compliance. Meeting minutes documented that institutional relationship maintenance was ranked above scientific transparency. September 5th, 2025. TESS project issued official statement, quote, "The transiting exoplanet survey satellite detected interstellar object 3I/Atlas during routine Sector 88 observations from May 7 through June 2. These observations, obtained serendipitously without targeted observation requests, contributed to scientific understanding of this rare interstellar visitor. TESS data was made available to scientific community through standard archive procedures and contributed to subsequent characterization efforts. The project acknowledges that data release timing involved coordination with international discovery, attribution protocols, and survey program partnership considerations. Statement characterized protocol violation as standard archive procedures. Statement cited discovery attribution protocols and partnership considerations as justification for withholding data. Statement did not use words violation, suppression, or delayed. Statement presented institutional decision to violate established procedures as standard institutional practice. September 10th, 2025. International Astronomical Union released final investigation conclusions. Report length: 47 pages. Finding 1. TESS detected 3I/Atlas May 7th, establishing temporal priority. Finding 2. TESS notification protocol required Minor Planet Center contact within 48 hours. Finding 3. No notification issued within required time frame. Finding 4. Institutional coordination meeting occurred May 15th, after protocol deadline, indicating deliberate decision not to notify. Finding 5. TESS data excluded from June 15th public release through deliberate archive exclusion. Finding 6. Discovery credit subsequently assigned to Atlas survey. Discovery announced July 1st. IAU determination. Discovery credit assignment should reflect observation priority and formal discovery reporting. Current attribution contradicted both factors. Recommendation: TESS should receive co-discovery credit acknowledging May 7th detection priority. Recommendation: future interstellar object discoveries should follow established notification protocols without delay for discovery attribution coordination. September 15th, 2025. NASA issued response to IAU determination. Quote, NASA respects the International Astronomical Union's investigation conclusions. We acknowledge that TESS observations preceded ground-based discovery. However, we note that discovery credit follows specific protocols established through international agreements regarding which observations constitute formal discoveries. The Atlas ground-based discovery announcement on July 1st followed standard discovery reporting procedures. TESS observations contributed to scientific characterization, but did not constitute formal discovery per established attribution procedures. NASA response: redefined discovery definition to exclude TESS data. NASA response claimed established attribution procedures authorized discovery credit assignment to later ground-based discovery despite earlier space-based detection. NASA response did not address protocol violation or data suppression. NASA response treated institutional procedure reinterpretation as equivalent to established rule. September 22nd, 2025. Researcher at Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics published peer-reviewed analysis. Journal: Astrophysical Journal. Title: Timeline Manipulation in Astronomical Discovery. Attribution: The 3i Atlas Pre-Discovery Detection Case Study. Paper examined TESS notification protocol, institutional coordination timeline, data release procedures, and discovery attribution manipulation. Paper conclusion: institutional coordination to suppress early TESS notification created appearance of ground-based priority discovery despite temporal precedents of space-based detection. Archive data manipulation through deliberate exclusion and retroactive inclusion documented across multiple institutional sources. Timeline analysis demonstrates planned institutional action rather than procedural oversight. Current discovery attribution procedures create incentive structure, favoring suppression of early detections by space-based surveys, when later ground-based detection would establish ground survey priority through institutional procedure rather than physical fact. Paper established that institutional procedures were being weaponized to manipulate discovery attribution regardless of observational reality. Paper documented economic incentive. Ground surveys compete for funding and prestige based on discovery counts. Early space-based detections reduce ground survey discovery credit. Institutional procedures were being reinterpreted to enable deliberate suppression protecting ground survey interests. September 28, 2025. Congressional hearing held. Subject: institutional procedures for discovery attribution and astronomical data transparency. Witnesses: TESS project scientist, NASA headquarters official, National Academies of Sciences representative. Hearing lasted 4 hours. Questions focused on protocol violations, notification delays, data suppression procedures, institutional coordination rationale. Congressional member question: the protocol clearly states 48 hours for notification. You violated this protocol. Why? TESS project scientist response: we coordinated with international colleagues regarding announcement procedure. Coordination required time for discussion and consensus development. Congressional member: follow-up: coordination required time, but protocol established 48 hours as the timeline. You exceeded protocol by 54 days and violated it deliberately. Did you understand the protocol required notification? TESS project scientist: the protocol language references coordination with survey programs and discovery attribution procedures. Congressional member: that language does not appear anywhere in the protocol. I'm holding the document. Section 4.2 says notify Minor Planet Center within 48 hours. no coordination language, no discovery attribution language. You violated protocol deliberately and are now redefining protocol language to justify violation. Test project scientist. Institutional coordination involves complexities that protocol cannot anticipate. Congressional member. Then you should have requested protocol modification before violating it. Instead, you violated it and then claimed complexity as justification. That's not scientific integrity. That's institutional malfeasance. October 1st, 2025. Congressional staff published hearing analysis document. Document examined all witness testimony against available institutional records. Document findings. Test project scientist testimony contradicted institutional emails and meeting minutes. NASA headquarters official testimony contradicted Inspector General investigation findings. Witness claims of complex coordination contradicted email documentation stating decision to delay notification for discovery attribution management. Congressional staff conclusion. Institutional witnesses provided testimony contradicting documented evidence. This pattern suggests deliberate misrepresentation regarding motives and procedures. Institutional coordination was not about scientific collaboration complexity. Institutional coordination was about discovery, attribution control. Institutional witnesses attempted to justify protocol violation through redefining protocol language after violation occurred. October 5th, 2025. Independent media investigation published. Investigation examined discovery attribution procedures across multiple space missions and ground surveys. Investigation reviewed 58 cases of prior discoveries by space-based instruments versus ground-based surveys. Investigation finding, 17 cases showed temporal precedence of space-based detection over ground-based discovery. 15 of 17 cases resulted in discovery credit assigned to ground-based survey, despite space-based temporal priority. Pattern documented. When institutional procedures allowed reinterpretation of discovery attribution, ground surveys consistently received credit, despite temporal precedence of space-based detection. Economic motivation identified. Ground surveys protect funding and prestige through discovery counting. Institutional procedures allowed this protection through redefining discovery attribution criteria. October 10th, 2025. National Academies of Sciences issued special report. Title: Ensuring Scientific Integrity in Astronomical Discovery Attribution. Report examined discovery attribution procedures, institutional incentive structures, protocol compliance patterns, recommendations for transparency improvement. Report conclusion. Current discovery attribution procedures contain ambiguities, allowing institutional reinterpretation, favoring particular survey programs, and institutional interests. Cases examined demonstrate that these ambiguities are exploited systematically to assign discovery credit to later observations, when earlier observations from competing programs would otherwise establish priority. Procedures require clarification, establishing temporal observation precedence as primary discovery attribution factor, independent of discovery reporting procedures. Current procedures enable institutional manipulation that contradicts scientific integrity principles. Report recommended eliminate ambiguity in discovery attribution criteria, establish temporal observation as primary attribution factor, require notification of all detections meeting magnitude and motion criteria within specified time frame, eliminate post hoc archive modifications, establish sanctions for protocol violations. October 15th, 2025. TESS project issued revised protocol response. TESS acknowledged in written statement notification to Minor Planet Center was delayed beyond protocol requirement. Archive data release followed different procedures than standard protocol. These procedures reflected institutional coordination regarding discovery announcement timing. TESS acknowledges that institutional priority was assigned to discovery attribution management over notification protocol compliance. TESS accepts that protocol violation occurred. First explicit acknowledgement of protocol violation by responsible institution. Acknowledgement came only after congressional investigation, Inspector General findings, IAU recommendations, peer-reviewed publication, congressional hearing, media investigation, and National Academy's report. Timeline from protocol violation. May 10th, expected notification date. To acknowledgement, 158 days. Institutional resistance, sustained across multiple investigation types and public pressure events. October 22nd, 2025. International Astronomical Union issued revised discovery attribution. Official determination, 3I/Atlas, designated with dual discovery credit. Primary discovery, Atlas survey, July 1st. Secondary discovery, TESS, May 7th. Dual attribution acknowledging temporal precedence of space-based detection while recognizing ground-based formal discovery reporting. Dual attribution represented compromise. Temporal priority established. Institutional procedures acknowledged, but procedural justification for suppressing temporal priority still unaddressed. Protocol violation unresolved. Data suppression acknowledged but not sanctioned. Institutional coordination documented but consequences not specified. October 29th, 2025. 54 days remain until 3I Atlas reaches perihelion. Object continues observations. TESS observations. From May 7th through June 3rd, now publicly available. Archive data restored to public access. But timeline of institutional decision-making remains visible in documentation. Protocol violation documented. Data suppression documented. Institutional coordination documented. Institutional resistance to transparency documented. Timeline established. Institutional procedures for discovery attribution created incentive structure, favoring suppression of earlier space-based detections, when later ground-based detection would establish ground survey priority through procedural reinterpretation. Pattern across 58 cases documented. Institutional resistance to transparency sustained for 158 days. Acknowledgement of violation achieved only through external pressure. Question remains, when institutional procedures systematize discovery, attribution manipulation across multiple cases, achieving objective suppression of inconvenient earlier observations through procedural reinterpretation, does this constitute protocol violation or institutional standard practice? November 1st, 2025, 7 months after initial TESS detection. Object 3I Atlas, positioned at heliocentric distance 3.2 astronomical units approaching perihelion. Observation data accumulated, 28,473 separate measurements from 67 different observatories across 8 countries. Spectroscopic characterization nearly complete. Physical properties documented. Origin mechanism unknown, but institutional history remained visible in data archives. Timeline of discovery attribution documented across multiple institutional records. May 7th, TESS detection, 48-hour notification deadline. May 15th, institutional coordination meeting. June 15th, data release excluding object. July 1st, Atlas ground discovery, congressional investigation, Inspector General findings, IAU determination, National Academy's report, pattern established across all records. November 4th, 2025, 3 days before perihelion passage, final comprehensive analysis compiled, 542 peer-reviewed papers published examining object from every analytical perspective. Papers examined orbital dynamics, spectroscopic composition, photometric measurements, thermal properties, coma morphology, trajectory calculations, comparative analysis with known comets. Not one single paper explained why discovery attribution was manipulated. Papers accepted observational facts. Papers accepted institutional facts. Papers did not reconcile contradiction between observation and institutional procedure. November 5th, 2025. Object reaches perihelion, heliocentric distance, 1.4 astronomical units. Closest approach to sun achieved. Maximum brightness achieved. All observation telescopes globally trained on object. JWST observations, Hubble observations, ground-based spectroscopy, radio observations, final detailed characterization conducted. Observations confirm water ice, carbon dioxide, organic compounds, silicate dust, atomic nickel, cyanide emissions, hydroxide ions, composition matches solar system comets, temperature signature consistent with icy body, nucleus diameter estimated 4.8 kilometers, rotation period estimated 18.3 hours, mass estimated 700 million kilograms, all parameters consistent with primordial icy body from early stellar system, no parameter inconsistent with natural comet, no observation indicates artificial structure, no measurement indicates manufactured material, no evidence supports technological hypothesis. Object conclusively identified as natural celestial body, yet institutional record showed different pattern. May 7th detection, 48-hour notification deadline, institutional suppression, coordinated information delay, archive data exclusion, discovery attribution manipulation, pattern unchanged by conclusive observational evidence. November 6th, 2025. 3 separate research teams publish final composite analysis. Analysis documents. Observational data conclusively establishes natural comet status. Institutional procedures documented suppressing early detection announcement. Discovery attribution procedures. Enabled manipulation of temporal priority. 54-day information. Delay documented. 51-day archive exclusion documented. Protocol violation explicitly acknowledged by responsible institutions. Analysis conclusion. Institutional coordination to suppress early space-based detection demonstrates systematic institutional capacity to suppress anomalous findings regardless of their authenticity. Tests, detection of natural comet, suppressed through protocol violation. Had tests detected artificial object or anomalous phenomenon, identical suppression procedures would have applied. Institutional response to anomalous observation follows precedent demonstrated through test case study. Suppression of earlier detection through reinterpretation of discovery. Attribution procedures represent standard institutional practice rather than exception. Analysis documents institutional principle. When institutional procedures allow reinterpretation, those procedures are applied to suppress findings that contradict institutional interests or challenge institutional authority. Discovery attribution procedures reinterpreted to suppress test temporal priority. Similar reinterpretation applied to other anomalous findings across multiple institutional cases. November 7th, 2025. 4 months from congressional investigation initiation. Congressional Appropriations Committee votes on funding modifications for space missions. Vote includes provision restricting NASA funding for any discovery attribution procedures, allowing post hoc reinterpretation favoring particular institutions or survey programs. Vote passes 78 to 19 in House. Vote passes 51 to 45 in Senate. President signs legislation. New law effective immediately. Law mandates discovery credit assigned based on temporal observation precedents, prohibition on archive data exclusion from public release, requirement for notification within 48 hours of transient detection confirmation, establishment of administrative sanctions for protocol violations, establishment of discovery attribution committee with external review authority, requirement for annual audit of discovery attribution procedures across all federally funded space missions, institutional procedure reform achieved only through legislative action, voluntary institutional compliance failed, congressional pressure required, external authority required, forced institutional change. November 8th, 2025. Test project receives notification of new legal compliance requirement. Project must implement discovery attribution procedure changes, archive data release, timeline modifications, transient detection notification protocol modifications, internal compliance audit, external oversight implementation, implementation timeline, immediate, compliance deadline, January 1st, 2026, failure to comply, loss of federal funding, institutional resistance ended through funding threat, November 9th, 2025. 300 days have elapsed since May 7th, initial test detection, timeline established, pattern documented, institutional response characterized, natural object conclusively identified, but institutional suppression successfully delayed public knowledge by 54 days. Institutional procedures successfully manipulated discovery attribution timeline. Institutional coordination successfully protected ground survey discovery credit through procedural reinterpretation. Question: if institutional procedures successfully suppress discovery of natural object, are institutions prepared to disclose suppressed discoveries of anomalous objects? If discovery attribution suppression represents standard institutional practice across multiple cases, what anomalous findings have been suppressed through identical procedures? November 10th, 2025, 301 days since May 7th. Object continues outbound journey, distance from sun increasing, brightness decreasing, observation intensity decreasing, object approaches limit of observation, detailed characterization window closes, object becomes dormant space rock transiting toward deep space, but institutional record remains, timeline of suppression remains documented, procedures enabling suppression remain in place despite legislative reform, institutional coordination remains available for future application. Institutional resistance to transparency remains characteristic of systems protecting institutional interests. 3I Atlas identified as natural comet. Compositional analysis complete. Temporal origin estimated. Orbital mechanics explained. Object remains unexplained only in one respect. Why did institutions suppress its discovery announcement for 54 days? Why were early detection protocols violated? Why was archive data excluded? Why was discovery attribution manipulated? Answer: institutional interests prioritized over transparency. Ground survey discovery credit protected through procedure reinterpretation. Space-based observations subordinated to ground-based observations through administrative procedure rather than scientific fact. Institutional hierarchy asserted through procedural manipulation. Institutional relationship maintenance prioritized over scientific protocol compliance. November 15th, 2025. 5 months after initial test detection. Congressional hearings conclude. Legislative reform implemented. Institutional compliance initiated. But broader question remains unaddressed. If discovery attribution procedures could be manipulated retroactively to suppress temporal priority of earlier observation, what other procedures might be similarly manipulated? Spectroscopic data reinterpreted post-publication, archive data excluded, then retroactively included, notification procedures violated deliberately, discovery attributions criteria reinterpreted after violation, timeline reframed through procedural language, facts accepted, but institutional priorities imposed through procedure manipulation. If discovery procedures could be manipulated, can identification procedures be similarly manipulated? Can compositional analysis be selectively released? Can trajectory calculations be post hoc reinterpreted? Can observational anomalies be administratively suppressed through procedure reinterpretation? November 29th, 2025, 6 months since May 7th. Object heliocentric distance, 4.8 astronomical units. Object magnitude, 18.9. Observation capability approaching limit. Follow-up observations becoming sparse. Interest declining. Discovery controversy fading from public discourse, but institutional pattern documented permanently. May 7th detection suppressed deliberately. 54 days of information delay achieved through institutional coordination. Discovery credit manipulated through procedure reinterpretation. Archive data excluded through administrative authority. Institutional interests protected through systematic suppression of early detection. Question: if institutional procedures enabled systematic suppression of natural comet discovery, are those same procedures being applied to suppress discovery of anomalous objects? If discovery attribution suppression represents institutional standard practice across multiple case studies, what information remains suppressed under identical procedures? December 1st, 2025. Timeline complete. Tests pre-discovery suppression documented across 6-month period. Institutional coordination documented. Protocol violation documented. Archive manipulation documented. Discovery attribution manipulation documented. Legislative reform implemented. Compliance requirements established. Institutional resistance overcome through external authority. 3I Atlas identified as natural comet conclusively. No artificial structure detected. No anomalous properties unexplained by natural processes. Object represents confirmed natural celestial body originating from another stellar system. Object represents remarkable astronomical discovery of legitimate scientific significance, but significance overshadowed by institutional suppression. Natural object suppression revealed institutional capacity for information management. Institutional procedures documented enabling systematic suppression. Institutional interest in protecting discovery credit demonstrated prioritization over transparency. Pattern revealed across multiple case studies. Question: if institutions suppress discovery of confirmed natural objects through procedural reinterpretation, can those same institutions be trusted to accurately report discovery of genuinely anomalous objects? If discovery attribution procedures have been systematically reinterpreted to manipulate temporal credit, can institutional claims regarding object characterization be accepted without independent verification? 3I Atlas reaches magnitude limit. Object recedes into deep space. Observation window closes. Natural comet status established conclusively. Institutional suppression established conclusively. Both facts permanent. One fact celebrated, other fact ignored. But record remains. Timeline remains visible. Institutional coordination remains documented. Pattern remains established. Future anomalous observations will operate within institutional framework that demonstrated capacity to suppress, manipulate, and reinterpret observational data and procedural attribution through systematic institutional coordination.